Michelle from Monkey's Creations. Come on in. Excuse me, just got to pull you up. All right, I gotcha. I'll bring up TikTok. Hello, y'all. It's Michelle from Monkey's Creations. We're gonna make, I think it's a scarecrow, but a cowgirl scarecrow. Like, right? We've got the cowboy hat that we're gonna turn into a cowgirl hat. But we'll see how it goes. So come on in. I'll go over some of the supplies we're gonna need. So I am using the hula skirt from Dollar Tree. I've cut some of that off. Of course, we've got our hat that we're going to add some ribbon to and a bow. We've got the small Unique in the Creek board. We've got some jeans that we have already stuffed. And I've added one of the fluffy hula skirt stuff to the bottom. We are going to be using the natural horizontal wide stripe mesh. And then I'm thinking we're going to use these ribbons. I really liked this one, but I think this one will go better. Y'all let me know what you think. Hello, everybody coming in. If you'd float my boat, I'd appreciate it. So we've got one or two. I really like this one, but I think this one's going to go better. So let me know which ones you think. Taylor agreed this one would probably go better. I do not have a link for the hat. I've had these hats for quite a while, and I do not know where I got them. You can just pull up cowboy hats on Amazon. I was selling them last year, but I'm only down to 2. But let's get this out of the way, and let's get our board out of the way. Let's finish up our pants, and I will show y'all or tell y'all how I did that. Thanks for floating my boat. I appreciate it. So let me bring y'all down and over. So I took a pair of, I think these are 3T. They're either 2T or 3T jeans that I have gone ahead and I've stuffed with some batting. Or you can use old pillows. Take the batting out of some old pillows instead of throwing the whole pillow away, and stuff your jeans however much you want to stuff them. Now, I had already done this, but then I was like, well, I need to show them how I did it, right? So you can see in there, I've stuffed some batting. And then I've taken part of the hula skirt, and I've gone ahead and banded that. So let's cut that off. I just took a pipe cleaner or a zip tie so that all the stuff wouldn't be falling out. I wouldn't have to mess with it. And then we're going to take another zip tie and we're going to feed this right through the bottom of those pants. Now I'm making sure I'm feeling where that zip tie is because I want to zip tie underneath it. Okay. So we're going to put that right in, and we're going to bunch these jeans up, and then take our zip tie, and we're going to zip tie that right into the jeans. Let me grab my needle nose. Hello, everybody coming in. Okay. So our jeans, our bottoms are ready, and we'll trim those up. Maybe I should trim them up now before we get too much stuff on the table. Just a little bit. I kind of like them raggedy, so I'm not going to make them perfect. Just trim a couple of them down just a little bit. So just like that. Now let's get this out of our way. And then for the top, all I did was hot glue that seam together. Very, very easy. Just run a bead of hot glue right over it, hold it together, and our jeans are done. Now, we can take, and if you want some patches, but first we need to decide, are we using the front or the back? If you want to use the front, we're just going to cut off some patches. Let me get some better scissors. Cut off a couple patches. Off of that ribbon. And then all we're going to do is glue them right to the jeans. Just a little bit of glue, don't need a lot. Just like that. Let me trim up that wire. Good morning, good morning. You don't want to put too much because it will come through that ribbon, okay? So don't put too much glue on there. Let me grab another glue stick just in case I need it. Okay, so we can either use the front or we can use the back. If we use the back, I thought it would be really cute. I have some of these fall sunflowers with some filling that I thought we could stick kind of right in that pocket, in the back pocket. Cut that down a little bit. Of course, I would band them together and then stick it right into that pocket. Oh, see, we think alike, Joanne. Yep, you're fired. All right, so our jeans are done for now. Okay? So let's put those aside. Let's work on the cowboy hat. Now this had a trim around it. I obviously took it off. And then I used the holes and I ran my pipe cleaners right through those so that we could attach them to the board. But I want to add a trim around, and then it's a girl. Gotta have a bow, right? That's why I'm making it a girl. So we're just gonna take, you can see, I'm just taking a little bit of that. Now our bow, this is gonna be the top, okay? This is going to be it, so it's going to sit like this. So that's going to be the top. So I'm going to glue them together here because that's where our bow is going as well. So it will hide that seam. Okay, and I'm just going to glue it right here to the back. Back with the flowers in the pocket. I think that would be really cute. So I'm just gluing those two together. Not gonna go anywhere. So we've added a little bit of fall color to our cowboy hat. And then we just need to make a bow. The hat you can get from Amazon. So we're going to make a bow. We're not going to make too big of a bow, right? It is a small hat. But this ribbon is left over from the fall kit. So when I mean that you have enough ribbon to do another project from most of my kits, this is all leftover ribbon from the fall rail kit. So we're using it. So we'll do a 14-inch tail. Now we're not going to go too big on the loops. Let's go 5 inches. 5 inches is going to be our first loop. Is it a child? No, I don't think so. Because it'll fit my big old head. So we'll go, yeah, we'll just make my regular, except we're starting at 5 inches instead of 6. The girl's got to have a big old bow, right? Y'all, I'm definitely not in Texas anymore. It was 54 degrees outside this morning. I was not happy. Not happy. Monk walked outside and he's like, I'm going in to get my sweatshirt. So we're going to go 4. Actually, I'm going to go 4.5. We'll go 4.5. I do still have the fall kit available, and I think I've got a couple of the breast cancer kits available if anybody wants them. They are on my website. $65. Cooler weather. Oh, girl, not me. You will never hear me complain that it's too hot. I'll be like 100. Okay. All right. I think we are done with this. So let's get it out of our way. Let's do one more loop of this one. So 14-inch tails. Sweatshirts. Yes. Yep. I'll definitely be wearing more sweatshirts for sure. And then going to go 3.5. So we're only going down by 1/2 inch versus my normal 1 inch. And we still have more ribbon from the kit to do another project. Yeah, the humidity probably is definitely the worst. For sure. Let's put that ribbon up. Grab a pipe cleaner. How you doing, TikTok? I know, I still can't see your comments because I'm blind. And then once the live is over and I take TikTok off, then I can no longer see the comments on TikTok. So it's a little weird for me. Not used to not being able to go back and answer people's questions, so I do apologize. All right, let's get this fluffed. Even my cactus are starting to lose their leaves. They're like, what is going on here? Like they can feel the cooler weather coming. Oh, close. Right? Me too, girl. Me too. I can hide all the jelly rolls. Now, if you want your cow, whatever this is, to be a boy, y'all don't add a bow. But you know mine's always going to be a girl, so I can make a bow. All right, there's our little bitty bow. So, I'm going to put it right here. So, I'm just going to take, I'm thinking we'll just take just a little, because my awl is in the other room. Just going to take a screwdriver, put a hole right through the hat. You have to lift your glasses up. Okay, so right through, and then we're going to take our pipe cleaners, run them right through those holes. Okay, just like that. Now these are here because this is what we're going to use to attach to the bow. What is an awl? And it's an AWL. I just can't say it right. It's like a tool that has a sharp point. Like a what do you call it? Like an ice pick. All right, let's get our tails going the right way down here. And then I'm just going to cut these off at an angle. Now these ribbons hold a curl really well. If you're doing this and your ribbons don't hold a good curl, you may just need to go with shorter tails. So we're going to go right up underneath and curl these tails to get them out of our way. Maybe they don't want to cooperate with me. Who decorates for fall? I'm not a fall decorator. Do y'all decorate for fall? Is not liking me right now. Uh-oh. What's going on, Sandra? You love to decorate for fall? I love the fall colors, but I'd rather decorate for Halloween, as you can tell. Halloween to Christmas. All right, so let's fix our bow here a little bit. Now, I'm not going to mess with it too much because we still have to attach this to the board. You can also bring some of those flowers that we're going to put in his pocket into the bow if you wanted. All right, so that's what we have so far, and we will get it all dangly after we get him together. All right, so we're using the small Unique in the Creek board. You could also use the large flower board. You could even use the character board that has your middle empty. Totally up to you. I am using the small, and we're going to need 16 pieces on the outside And then I'm skipping row 2, and then I'm going to row 3, and we're just going to add some ruffles. And what that'll do is that'll give my hat something to sit on. Otherwise, we wouldn't need to do anything here in the middle because the hat is going to cover up that middle. But I didn't want my hat to look like it was sunk down. So that's why I decided to add ruffles right here to the middle. But we're going to add ruffles to the outside. So we're going to do 16. So my mesh is cut at 20 inches. And we're going to take the inside of a mesh roller, and we're going to take a clip, hold that down. I use the inside of a mesh roller so that all of my curls are basically the same size. So we're just going to curl it down on itself once, pull it on the oval board. Oh, that might be cute too on an oval. I hadn't thought of that one. Same thing to this side. Roll it once, pull it, find your middle, and then we're just going to scrunch from one end to the other. Just like that. Bring this up, and then that is going to be the fold that we use on the outside. Now, because we're doing this, I've left all my zip ties open, but see how that's using the small board? It's going to give us more hair sticking out of the hat. So she's going to look like she got hair for days, y'all. Let me go this way. This mesh is cut at 20 inches. The inside is only going to be 10 inches because we didn't need a 20-inch piece. We just needed 10 to hold everything up. And you may even be able to go every other with this mesh. Let's see what that looks like. We may not need every set. Let's see. I'm gonna do every one just in case you may be able to see that little piece in there, and I don't want that. So what we'll do is we'll go every other, and then I'll come back in and put in the opposite, and it'll look more 3D, like it's standing up, and give her more hair. Give her more hair, yo. Now you can use, I just am using this natural because I already had it open, so I'm just using up. This is also mesh left over from the fall kit. So I'm using what I have left, y'all. So it doesn't, you can always use leftovers. This is the natural horizontal white stripe. So we're just doing every other, and then we'll come back in and fill it in. Thanks for floating my boat. I appreciate it. we'll get all this fluffed up. I know it looks like we're smashing all that mesh, but we'll go back in and fix it. All right, let's get these zip ties cut off. Now, if you want, you could also add some of the raffia to each of these petals as well. That would be cute. All right, so now we're going to go back in and fill in. I'll get 7 of these put in, and then I'll show you that fold one more time. Yeah, it is kind of rough for sure. So then these curls look like they're going to be sitting on those bottom curls. So I'm not going to fluff it too much until I get all of these in, because then it's just going to kind of hide my zip ties, and I want to be able to see them. But you could use brown, you could use black, you could use copper, whatever color hair you really want to use. Use whatever mesh you have. You like my t-shirt? I found my fall t-shirts. Well, I think I only have 2 fall. But I haven't found my Halloween shorts yet, though. I don't know where they are. So you're going to need 16 pieces. For row 1 on the small board. You patch yours with your Halloween decorations? All right, so we've got one more. I'm going to show you that fold one more time. Put trash in there. So we're just going to grab a clip. Grab the inside of our mesh roll. So lining it up, and I'm going to, right here's the edge, so I'm going to make sure it's down, and that's going to be my one roll. Okay. One roll, pinch, flip, and do it again. Doing it this way gives you more of the ruffle. So if you don't want as much ruffle, then roll it a couple times, depending on the size ruffle you want. And then bring it together. And then we're going to put that right in the board. so small. But you could really use any board you wanted. Another reason I'm using this small board is because it's one of the old small boards. So I'm trying to get rid of all my old boards. So if you look at this one, it doesn't have the holes in the middle. So it's an old board. All right, so now we're gonna kind of bring these out. So see how that's gonna sit? Isn't that adorable? Now that I'm looking at it, we really don't need these inside ones. So I'm using row 1, skipping row 2, and then going straight to row 3. But you really don't need to. But I've already got them cut, y'all. So I'm just going to use them. So these are smaller. I didn't do because I knew they were going to be covered up. So you don't need such a big piece. So this is just 10 by 10. And we're going to scrunch from one side to the other. And then put that right into the zip tie. Get that piece of glue off. But like I said, if you're using, and it depends on the mesh you're using as well. So the horizontal wide stripe that I'm using is thick. So it's got awesome coverage. But if you're using some of those thin browns or coppers, you may need to do this anyway. So it really depends on the mesh you're using. So I'm using 8 of these. But you really don't need to. But I just don't want 8 pieces of this laying around. So I'm using it. Good morning, good morning. Let's cut off those frays. You get frays, just cut them, don't pull them. Now I did wood burn this, but that one was catching, so it did fray just a little bit, not much. How wide is this base? It is a small flower board, so it is, what, like 13 inches is the base I'm using. So it's a small flower board. You can also, here's another tip, if you have the big clips, you can pull this back and clip it so that it's out of your way and opens that up so you can see. Almost done with this part, y'all. You're late, you're late. Two more. Oh, 3 more. It's just natural horizontal white stripe. I know it's hard to see in here what I'm doing. Would burn this many pieces, maybe 15 minutes. Doesn't take me long at all. It usually take me about 20-25 minutes to do a whole roll, if that. All right, last piece going in, y'all. There we go. All right, let's get that off. Get our curls curly. Not stuck on anything. All right, so there's our base, y'all. So let's go ahead and add the hat. Just because it's going to be easier dealing with the hat without the legs. Some of this out of the way. So I'm just going to find our top, number one. So right here's our top. So I'm going to run this right down. I know y'all cannot see what I'm doing, but I'm just finding 2 holes. To put those pipe cleaners through. Okay, so just like that. I'm just going to twist them just a little bit so that I can show you. And then I'm going to make sure that it's totally on there straight. I'm going to go straight over to this set of holes and put the other one. You can see I do bring it to the edge of the table. That way when the pipe cleaner hits that hole, it'll go right through and I can just catch it. If I get it in that hole ever. There we go. There we go. And then don't let it go. All right, so now I'm just going to give this hat a little bit of a curl. You can curl it however big or small, or if you don't want it curled at all, don't curl it. I think I want it that big though, actually. Maybe just like that, just a little bit of a little lip. And then we can go up under. Now I just want it to sit on there. I don't want it to look like it's sunk in. All right. So now we're going to grab the pants. Where did I put them? So we've decided we're going to use the back with the pockets instead of the front. Totally up to you. Y'all don't be telling me your bunny stories where you got to see the bunny butt or the ears, the front. Do what you want. It's okay. So we're going to take 2 more zip ties, and right here on the board I'm going to put a pair of legs here, skip, and a pair of legs. It might be easier to do this like this so y'all can see exactly what I'm doing. So I'm just going to take and run, trying not to smush my hat, run another pipe cleaner or zip tie, whatever you want to use, either will work, right through the back of the board. So we're going to do one there. And then we're going to use the belt loops. Whichever belt loop you want. Just run it right through. Okay, and just like that, and then tighten it however tight or however long you want it to hang down. Well, I guess that's not going to matter on this one. And then clip it off. And now your legs are attached. And then we have some little sunflower that we can, I'm just going to zip tie them kind of together. Do I want this little one? Might as well add that little one, huh? Oh, popped the head off. Where does it go? Oh well, let's zip tie that together. And she'll have a little bouquet in her back pocket. I don't know why I'm not getting any comments. So then we'll just cut that down, and I'm gonna take another so that they're not all bunched out like that. And just kind of tame them a little bit. And then we can kind of arrange Maybe I'll find where that one came off. And then give it a little bit of a curl so it sits in that pocket nicely. Get in there. There we go. And then we can bring, let's see, I kind of smushed my tails. Oh, I forgot. Down here at the bottom of the legs, we don't want to see that zip tie. So just take that same ribbon and cut you a piece. I'm just going to do 14 inches because I don't know how much I need. We can always cut them down. So we're going to do two 14-inch pieces so that we can hide those zip ties. So I'm just going to slant cut them just like we did the tails. Oh, wrong one. Y'all wasn't even going to tell me that, were you? And then I'm just going to tie these in a little knot, or you can make another bow, whichever you want, and put on her pants. Isn't that cute? Just a nice extra touch. There we go. There she is. Bring you up. Bring you up a little bit. So there you go. Look how cute she is. She got hair for days. What kind of bow would I use for a boy? I wouldn't. I would just probably leave the regular cowboy thing on there. Mine had rope and a little medallion that was up there at the top. So if it was a boy, I probably would have just left that. But that's why I generally make girls, so I can add the cute little bows. Right? So there's what, if you wanted to use the front, that's what the front would look like. So there you go. That's it. So I will probably see y'all tomorrow. What is today? Today's Thursday. VIP group. We will see you tonight for wreath critique. I can't see any comments now, so I apologize on either side. So y'all have an awesome day. VIP will see you tonight, the rest of y'all. Tomorrow is Friday, so I will be on Unique in the Creek. So you can catch me over there at 10 o'clock, I believe. So we'll see y'all later. Bye, y'all.